2019 Honda PCX 150 scooter. This thing's almost brand new. It's only got what, 370 miles on it or so. First service isn't even recommended till 600 miles, so fresh bike. It's got a 150cc single cylinder. Gives about 13 or 14 horse, about 13 foot-pounds of torque. This is in California. It's not freeway legal. It is street legal. At 200cc would be freeway legal, and part of that, I've had it up to about 60 miles an hour, maybe 62. I'm 200 pounds. Someone a little lighter might be able to get it up about 70 or so. But it gets to 40 really quick around town, and that's really what you're looking for with a around town scooter like this, enough to get you ahead of traffic pretty quick. On the riding I've done, I haven't ridden it much, but I've gotten, let's see, about, it's not coming up now. There it is, 82.7 miles to the gallon. It has a 2.1 gallon tank, so that's probably going to give you about 160 miles of range or so. Seating position, pretty comfortable. It's got a good cutout here that gives you some pretty good leg room when you use your feet here. I'm 5'10", and I didn't find it cramped at all. Maybe at 6 foot you would be. But you know, that could vary based on your preferences, but I'm just telling you my experience in that. So this bike weighs about 290 pounds, pretty easy to flick around on the street, and handles good. You counter steer it a little bit, cuts a turn pretty tight. It's nimble. And let's take a look at a couple of features. So you click right to there, and that will let you access the seat. You've got good storage in here. Easily fit a half face helmet. You could probably stuff a full face in here and maybe have a little bit left over right here. There is a battery tender attached to this one. Now this comes with the bike. This is a hook. You put the, or a strap I should say, you put it through the D-ring on your helmet. Put it right on there, close the seat, helmet hangs there, go do your shopping, whatever. And then there's a cutout here, so you got a little bit of room, pretty decent room for a little scooter like this. And then your fuel right there, pretty simple. Also, kind of cool, so if you see the key here, this end of the key goes to that, and they call this a shutter, and what it does is shuts the access to the key, so you can't just stuff a screwdriver in there and rip this thing off. This also has a GV, I think I pronounced that right, French company, helmet luggage holder, and it's pretty spacious right there. You hit that, pop it up, of course full-size helmet or a lunch bag or whatever. Under the seat I did fit my messenger bag pretty easily and a hoodie. So if you combine it with this, storage isn't bad at all. Another thing, if you're riding two up, it does have a little pad here, so that's a nice it's a nice bag. Instruments are good, easy to read, turn signals, everything. So well, one complaint I did have is that the signals are down here and the horn's right here, and traditionally most bikes I ride, it's kind of the opposite. So I've had to kind of, I've hit the horn a couple times instead of the turn signal, and I've had to check to see if my signal's on because I wasn't quite sure where I was at in that. That's the one thing I could say about it. Another thing is that from the factory, this is the windscreen, and it's kind of short. It's almost like a sport bike, so it has a good sporty look, but it blows me around a bit, and I tend to ride pretty fast. But you know, nothing the aftermarket can't fix pretty easily. Honda might make one as well. Down here, ESP. I thought that might be some kind of hybrid or battery attachment. All it means is that this is the second generation 150 engine, so more fuel efficient than the original. Here's your foot pegs for your passenger. I haven't ridden too up on this. It looks probably as you would expect. Overall, this is a great around town bike. The throttle is light and it gets up to 40 pretty quick, as I mentioned. It's quiet, it idles smooth. It'll run your errands all day long. And if you're a beginning rider, I think this bike should be really high on your list of scooters to look at. And overall, it does have that Honda quality feel to it. And yeah, if you're a beginning rider, you got to keep the Honda PCX 150 high on your list. We'll probably be asking around $3,700 for this. Brand new, they go for a little bit more, but this scooter is basically brand new at 360 miles. So yeah, 2019 Honda PCX 150 scooter. Thanks for watching.